All right, everyone, welcome to this weekend slash full moon horoscope for Friday through Sunday, July 31st through August 2nd. My name is Athen. So we've got the full moon in Capricorn. This is, of course, for Sidereal Astrology. If you're new to Sidereal, do click the link down below for more information. But if you look up at the sky, you'll see the full moon here in Capricorn, which is all about patience. It's all about hard work, discipline, grounded energy, long-term energy. And these are the kind of qualities that we want to work with. And these are the kind of qualities that are coming down. So being open to them during the full moon. The full moon is always a time of awareness where we're seeing a particular quality or area of life to its utmost. So for the area of life, do check your horoscope because that's the house position. But these qualities, we are, or at least can be, understanding how patience can go a long way, how hard work can go a long way, how seeing things through, how stepping, one step at a time towards our big picture plans, but being patient with it can go a long way. So that being said, full moon is awareness. There could be information coming in through that. So I really recommend being open to those Capricornian energies. So that being said, we can look at the depositor, ruler of Capricorn to get a little bit more information as to how we most likely will express this energy. So this is Saturn. Saturn rules Capricorn. He's in Libra retrograde. So he's actually in an exalted position. But here's what's interesting is he's going station this weekend. So he's pretty much almost paused at the time of this full moon. So what that means usually is a retrograde time is some new insight, some new understanding. We get it. We understand something about life. And here it's understanding about balance, about peace, about having everything in our life healthy and, taken care of so that all the other areas are flowing much easier. They're just better. They're more structured. So that's why Saturn is exalted in this sign, because that's what Libra is about. It's about justice, morality, conscience, and making sure that everything is equal and fair. So through that equality, through mutual respect, through wanting to embody this Libra energy, we'll learn. There's a shift, there's a change happening this weekend for all of us in regards to that, especially in regards to where we're building structures, where we're building systems. And this is mostly our outlook. A lot of times this is the way we see things. And so not being too rigid on the way we're seeing things and being open to new ways of having this Libra balance and peace and harmony in our life. So that being said, Saturn is squaring up to Jupiter. So here, Jupiter also in a nice position here, friendly sign of Leo. There is this expansion. There's possibilities. There's opportunities coming in. This has been this ongoing square. It's going on all next week as well. And next week is an important time too. There's a lot of continuous growth, which I'll talk about in the weeklies. But here over the weekend, spontaneity, fun, joy, creativity. These are the kinds of qualities that are trying to make their way through to the daily experiences, especially because Mercury just recently started transiting into Leo. He's coming out of a very watery, Cancerian, emotional part of the chart, which is still important with the sun. But now our minds should start to ease up. Our communications and correspondence and daily things should start to flow a little bit smoother. So Mercury's in a better position here. So maybe thinking about self-expression, thinking about how we can have more fun and playfulness in the routine, in the daily environment, and with how we express ourselves. All of that will further be assisting that. And I say that particularly because the full moon is going to be opposing up to this Mercury. So that's a conjunction with the sun. Still a lot of information, a lot of anchoring from our past, our roots with family. It's a good time for these things still. And that's an anchoring point for us. But wanting to learn more about, playfulness, fun, happiness, creativity, spontaneity. All of that will go a long ways, especially with Jupiter squaring up to Saturn from that position. Now, Venus retrograde here, there's still we're learning. We're reflecting on things. This isn't the best position for Venus to be in. And so there's still this apprehension about it, and that's okay. We're learning about it, especially with relationships, with how we're, our values, what we value about these things. And so allow that, take it one step at a time, be willing to learn with that, and that's the best way to work with this whole Leo configuration. So that being said, let's go ahead and look at the transit so that we can see the overall weekend here. So no major aspects going exact on the 31st, but continuously expanding. Like I was saying with Jupiter, there's opportunities coming in, but we got to ground them, take action, slow and steady though with Saturn. That's going to be, I think, the strongest element here on Friday, other than that full moon, which will be at 6:42 Eastern time. So Capricorn here, definitely highlighted. And then on Saturday, we've got Saturn going station in the sky, going direct now. So this is where the information Saturday and Sunday can start to come in about this disciplined energy for sure. I mean, it's coming in all weekend, but this is where it might start to click, maybe something external in the external environment. And this little three-way configuration here is just the moon opposing up to Jupiter and Venus. So this is a little snapshot of what we're going to experience next week, which is about patience, slow and steady. The moon opposing up to this position is saying, try not to go to any extremes with the values, with finances, with relationships, with philosophy, with wisdom. Okay, stay grounded. That's going to be very important on Saturday, especially with the moon squaring up to Saturn like that. And maybe there's some things to take action towards with all that Libra energy and Capricorn energy I was talking about. It's an active kind of configuration. So that being said, on Sunday we do have a nice aspect. Mercury will be trining up to Uranus, so there's some perhaps new and unique ways of seeing things, new ideas coming in, spontaneity of the type when we just let go. Uranus in Pisces has been showing us we don't need to try so hard sometimes, to figure things out and to understand them. There's this kind of peace about the whole process of change in our life. And, there's a freedom about that. And so that's the kind of energy coming in. So be open to that, new ideas, maybe mixing up the routine since Mercury does rule, of course, Virgo. Mixing up the way we express ourselves with Mercury and Leo. But I think just being open to new experiences in general will be a good way to work with Sunday. And it's all about this flow. The moon is going to be conjoining up to Neptune here, Saturn station. There's a lot of this kind of energy of trust, faith, that same kind of energy of Pisces, which is Uranus, and then of course Neptune can go a long ways here. So some things to consider there. Again, not having to have everything figured out and just be willing to be guided by some new and different concepts and ideas and, again, ways of thinking and doing things. So that'll be Sunday. It actually looks quite nice there. And then Saturn will slowly gain his momentum as we go into next week. So it's definitely about Capricorn. It's all about that patience, discipline, hard work energy. And things are starting to move forward with that, with Saturn going direct. And next week, we do have a lot of aspects involving Saturn. So there's a lot of things building, especially with Jupiter squaring up to Saturn in the mix of that slow and steady progress. So have a nice weekend, everyone. Thank you again for all of your support. If you'd like a personal reading, please click the link down below. And I'll talk to you all next time. Take care.